Good evening. This is Jayesh Pandya from Capgemini, and this video is regarding the demo of the automation work that we have carried out. So, in this video, we will cover the different protocols by checking the different interfaces. So, yeah. So, also we'll go through the technology that we have used and what is our scope of the automation that we have carried out, and at the end we will do some live demo of the already deployed interface into the SIT environment. So let's begin with it. So first of all, I'll put some light on the technology that we are using in order to do the automation. So what we are doing is we are creating a batch files, and so basically we are scripting those batch files, and those batch files in turn uses a different tools like WinSCP or OpenAS2 RFHUTIL, or sometimes it use curl command or some FTP commands as well. So first of all, we'll begin with the first interface, that is pattern 2.2 interface ID 76. So basically this interface ID comes under the category of FMS and FTG, in which there are different input location and output locations, and there are different cron jobs which runs on a particular time. So while testing this manually, what we do is we put some file on FMS or FTG by using a FileZilla, and then we check whether the cron job is running there or not, and whether the file is successfully sent to the destination or not. So similarly, the same checking we will do, but we will do it in an automatic manner, and we are monitoring. We have done automation on this interface since around 15 days, more than a 15-20 days. So we have seen that it gives consistent and successful results as well. So yeah, so what we are going to do, I'll show you. uh, so what we are doing is we are creating a batch files for the each interface separately, and we are scripting that, and once that particular batch file is created, then we have given two different ways to execute that. So there are two different ways. One is on demand interface execution. If you can see on the screen, this is the portal that we have created. So inside this portal, if you can see, these are the different buttons. So we have given a button for the each interface to run. So for example, I want to run this pattern 22. So what I will do is I'll just click on this button and my interface is executed. And if I want to see the results, so again, what we have created on the same portal, so we have created a results page here. So here, in this manner, for each interface it will give us a results. Yeah, also if we want to run those interfaces in an automatic manner, so in that case what we can do is we have also a Windows scheduler batch script on a particular, for example, executes 2p. So again, that result will be displayed in portal, so we don't need to go anywhere else to monitor our results. So this is my results over here for each interface, and in fact for each step it will give us a result, whether it is passed or it is failed. In that manner it works. Also, the files which are being used and which are processing through the archiving locations and through the different output locations, all those files are also getting archived onto our machine. And also we are writing, like for example, for this interface, we have created an archive location, so all the files will be archived for each interface, and we can see those results over there, what was the files, and also if and also we have created like in this case these are the archive files of the previous runs, so we can remove those files currently from here. If we require, we can keep those as well, so no issues into it. Yeah, for each step we are storing those files. Okay, so now what we will do is we will run this interface manually, and then I'll show you the results. As we have just now seen, we have removed all the files from these for archive folders, and we'll check whether those are downloaded from the FMS or not, and also we will verify that interface from FileZilla. So yes, so we'll start first with the pattern 2.2. So I'll just click on this button and it will start my batch file. So if you can see here, my batch file started running those commands, and as we all know that cron jobs are scheduled on a particular time. So for example, my next run is on 9:27, so our batch will currently it is waiting for that time, and it will send those data just before a couple of minutes in order to uh, reduce the interference of other files, so in that way. So currently if you can see here, so files are successfully sent to the FMS, and if we can see on FMS location, we can check from here whether the file is successfully came there or not. It's a connection above. Yeah, see, if you can see here, just before just before some time, so we can check the timestamp of this folder. We can come to know it's like a 9:25 at the time when we had executed that batch file. Also currently all these batch files are currently, we can say it as it's in development mode, but then all the batch files, so when it will be the finalized mode, all the batch files will run in the background, so we'll not able to see anything, and we'll just see the results. And also dynamically what we can see is we can check the results, whether also we don't need to check on FileZilla. In fact, we can check on our portal whether file is successfully uploaded or not. So yeah, if you can see here on 22 January on 9:25, file at the input location was successfully uploaded, and it was compared and confirmed your file is successfully sent on FMS. So similarly, after some time, what will happen is this batch will take around 5 to 10 minutes more, and it will give us a complete result whether file is successfully reached the destination, and it will compare whether any changes happened or not, and then it will give us a final result on this portal. So yeah, so this is a pattern 2.2. So now we can move on to the another interface, and then we can come back to the pattern 2.2 results, because this batch file which is running, it might take around 5-10 minutes more. Yep. So the next interface that we are running is pattern 2.1, which is the XB62 interface. I can just show you some background of or the flow diagram of that interface is like PSP is sending the data to XB62 using FTPS, and then from XB62 it is moved to OTM. So for the testing purpose, instead of OTM, we create some stub location and we send over there. And also the file is archived on the NFS location. So in this interface, what we are going to do is by using a curl commands, and our batch file will send the data to XB62, and then we will verify on the NFS location whether the file is archived successfully or not, and again whether file is successfully reached to destination or not, and if it will destination in the sense the stub location or not. And in this case, if file is not reached to the destination, it should give us a failed error. So let's check whether before running that, let's check whether any progress with pattern 2.2 results. You can check that. Yeah, so if you can see here now, the progress with the result is previously we have seen that the input location was verified. After that it is checked at the archive location and file was archived as well. So if we check here, it's loading. See here, so we have seen that file is archived successfully, and our script has also given us a result that file is successfully archived. In this way it works. So our testing is automated testing for this interface is working fine then. Yeah. So now we can move on to the next interface, that is pattern 2.1. So we'll see into that interface. So again, it's a quite simple approach, for the users. It's like just to click on a button, and rest all the activities will be done by scripts. So if you can see here, I'll just show you. This is the archive location of this pattern 2.1 interface, and last file was at around 837. So if we'll put some files, it should come here of around 932 something. So let's run that, and then we'll verify whether our script is working correctly or not. So let's run that interface. Yeah. So if you can see here, so it says that file is successfully uploaded and fine in command line, if you can see, but we don't need to see that. It's just for reference, but in fact we will check in our results whether it is showing the correct results or not. So still it's batch file is still running on, and yeah, so after uploading the file, it is waiting for 1 minute just in order to make sure that everything is settled. So we'll wait to run the next step. Now if we will just refresh this page, then we can Yeah, so if we can see now, its batch is executed and it is saying that file is successfully archived at the archive location when it was moved. So at 9:32 and previous record was of 8:37. So we'll check on NFS location whether file is actually reached there or not. But yeah, see if you can see file is successfully reached there as well. So in this case, it proves when some results are valid results, and in SIT environment, our destination stub location is not built by the dev team for this interface. So that's why, if you can see in previous results also, it is showing that on stub location it is failing, so which is a correct result in fact. So currently still these batch jobs are running, so after some time we'll get the final result as well for this interface. Till that time we can move on to the next interface, which is a MQ to MQ interface. So I'll just give you the background of that interface. So what happens is, this is our input queue names on which the source puts the data on this queue manager gateway, that is a gateway queue manager, and from there it moves to hub, and then finally these are the stub queue managers on which the interface puts the data on this queue. So what our batch file will, or our automation script will do, is it will automatically put some test data onto this input queue, and then it will monitor the output queue, and as soon as the data reaches over there, it will download and archive those queues, and then it will compare the results and give us the results on our portal. So this is the MQ to MQ interface. So let's start doing that. We will just run that pattern. And if you can see, file is sent successfully over there, and then here it is just waiting, and then it will download from the destination queue manager, uh, and it will give us a result whether it's a pass or a fail on our portal. Yeah. So till that time we can see here that the final results of all the steps are now arrived for the pattern 2.2 as well as pattern 2.1 of the latest run, and also it gives the results of the previous run as well, so it maintains the history results, and in that way it works. So now we are waiting to complete the script which is running for pattern 3.3. So we need to wait for some time. Till that time, we should wait for that 120 seconds, and once that is done, we'll see the result, and then I'll show you the archive files which we are maintaining, just as a proof of the execution. So yeah, so that script is now done, and we'll see whether any results arrived or not. Yeah, so if you can see here, it's 936 run, and it has given a result which is a passed. So now we will check whether in reality whether some file came to a queue manager and that destination queue or not. I have already opened that particular queue manager, and if so this is our destination queue. If you can see, current depth is 0 because the file is already uh, our application has already read that file from this queue, but we can check our status of that queue, and if you can see the status, it's a 937. It's just about before 3 minutes when we had executed that script. So in this manner it is capable of monitoring as well as testing all the different components of our big environment. And the last thing that I will show you is the archival which are happening. So see, if previously we had deleted all those archive files for this pattern 2.2, but now if you can see, all those files are here, which is downloaded by our script, and also for other interfaces as well. For example, for this pattern 3.3 also is a downloaded file. See, this is my output message which was there on the queue. So in this way it works, and it is a quite successful demonstration of these interfaces. So it's just like we need to run those we need to run by using our portal and just wait and watch the results. That's it. And also it works in automate. There's no need if you want to run through, means if you want to run each interface on a particular time or on the daily basis, we can schedule those things as well by using a Windows scheduler, or we can create one more page into our portal to schedule those scripts, and we'll just take an input and we will schedule, and our tool will schedule that through Windows scheduler. So in this way we can automate all the interfaces of a big environment. I hope you liked our POC that we have done on the interface automation. Thank you. Thanks for your time.